Welcome to Choco Getting Good. On today's episode, we start a brand new series, a game I've been wanting to play for a long time now, Vintage Story. If you've never heard of it, it's a survival sandbox much like Minecraft. I'll skip past the normal boring getting started and dying a couple times while I figure out all the keys and whatnot, and jump right into the first base part. Come join me on this adventure either with the video series here on YouTube or on Twitch at Choco Getting Good. Either way, I hope you enjoy the episode. So this is what I got going on. Real basic hut. Alright, just a little wood cabin. I got some extra spears going on up there. Fenced in an area. I even got a small amount of farmland, so that's pretty fun. Also, dummies are fun. Check this out. Come here, you. Y'all. My stack of firewood. I did already figure out how to do coal, so I got a little bit of that going on, which I used to make a little bit of pots, specifically bowls and whatnot. I've been chopping down some trees in the area to figure things out. What is that? Napping surface for a hoe head. I don't need hose. Got plenty of those. Nah, just kidding, I don't. Alright, yeah, so I've been clearing out this part of the forest. I've been surviving mostly off of mushrooms. I have had some pretty good luck with hunting. So now really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a little bit of upgrades going on. You know, a little mods to my lifestyle. So I'm trying to work next is going to be leather, as well as farming land. And if we look at the map here, I've ran around, I figured out how the map system works. Let this load. So as you can see, I'm up here. Oh look, you can actually tell. This is the last place I died. I thought this was like it was gonna stay there every time. Pop, 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 because I died over here. I died over here. This is because I respawned. I also died right here at the house. So I died over here to the wolf. Died over here to a drifter, which is then I spawned right here, and then died again. And at somewhere I died. Oh no, I didn't die to the moose. I almost died to the moose. That's what it was. So there's a lot of lakes, a lot of like all this going on, and I'm pretty sure this is fresh water. I think. So I'm going to go check out that water, make sure it is fresh water. That's going to be important to know. Because if it is, I'm going to start collecting a bunch of things, and I'm going to actually move myself. I'm going to keep this hut here because this is super helpful for the start. Also, because it's right next to the woods, there's a lot of good hunting going on all in this area. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to move to this location and set up farmland if it's fresh water. I don't actually know. Also, I don't know what that is. It looks like a random island, I'm sure. I'm not that concerned with it. I'm also, if that's not fresh water, I will go over here on this side and I'll check it. And what I'll do is I'll set up farms inside of that. And I have discovered cooking. I figured out how that works. I feel like that's the one thing that I'm like, yeah, I got that. Cooking's easy, right? Everything else is just kind of meh, but hasn't been that difficult, I think, overall. I mean, minus the whole dying thing and getting attacked by a moose. That really did catch me off like completely. I was not ready to be attacked by a moose at all, but I was nonetheless. Pretty sure, I don't remember if I survived. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I survived that one. And then I vowed to never fight mice. Mices. I don't know. I'm never going to fight mice again. That's for sure. Either way, whether that be the right wording or not. Yeah, that's right. So you can store stuff in cellars too. Basically, if I just dig down a little bit, I can store it even better. I'm going to need a lot more of this. Look, I even got some random stuff. I also discovered what panning is. So that gives me 5 units of copper, and it's about 100 per bar. So I need 100 for a pickaxe, and then about 100 for a hammer. And with that, I should be good to get into that copper age pretty, I want to say easily, but relatively easily. So that'll be kind of cool. Which is definitely what I want to do off the rip. I gotta actually venture off, making my way towards the water. Now I'm gonna head, basically there's a little hill right here. I'm gonna go over the hill and head over here towards where I found a bunch of vegetables and berries. And check this water source. If it's fresh, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this whole lake into a giant source of farmland. I'm gonna do this by basically getting some medium fertility at minimum and just strips 2x2s as far as I can get it. I'm just going to plant everything I can, including bushes. And that's going to be my farmland. And I'm going to see what that does for me. And now there's lightning. So we're going to see how that goes. Figured it was light enough to start walking. It's probably like 5 in the morning or something. Yep, 5:25. Should be good. Why is that not rendering? I'm assuming those are clouds. A much safer assumption for myself, to be honest. I don't really... Oh, man, this game. It's just so in-depth. I don't ever know what's going on. I know all these rocks are going to be super clutch. Ooh, ram. Okay. Here's where I try to go hunting again. Okay. So if I sneaky boy up to this dude, I should be able to walk up to it and it's not going to get angry with me. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, he sent me fucking flying. Okay. I'm not dead. We're just clutch. I don't know where it went. Couldn't have gone far. Got him, dude. Okay, cool. Oh, man. That was intense to say the least. Surviving in this game is just so like... there's so many extra steps to living here. Oh, so now I can put the hide in here, put the fat in that, and get oiled hide. So now I just gotta let it cure. Now that I know how that works, I'm super excited. Look at these berries. Cool. Alright, cool, I made it. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little situation going on here. You can see where I already threw down a basket and a pan where I started panning to figure it all out. So I went a little bit south on this map and look what I found. Around this lake, should I say. My very first trader. Is that a double trader? Delivery of new goods in 3 days. Interesting. Okay, so they swap it out. Oh, he's got these lanterns. That's super what I need. And obviously a painting of Bog Fort. Price is 5 gears, 8 gears. Oh, they got it right there. Bam. Let me put on here ×2. Oops, that's the wrong number. That's the right number. There we go. What color should we make this one? We'll just keep them white. Boop. Right on, man. That's super cool. What are the chances of that? I mean, I have no idea. So I'm legitimately asking. I just want to find a flat little spot so that way whenever I start digging out, it'll be a little bit easier. And the sand is not what I had in mind. I don't want to place a house on sand, I think. But man, look at all these cattails. That's about to come in super clutch. Yep, this is about to be it right here. Okay, well, I'm going to get to work clearing out some of this, laying it flat. I do need the medium fertility. This low fertility is just not going to work for me. What is this? Is this clay? That's clay. That's awesome. Gravel, muddy gravel, though, so that's useless. Low fertility soil. Oops. Yeah, low fertility. Raccoons. Low fertility soil is definitely a no-go. This is all low fertility. Low fertility. Yep. Let me see. Oh, that's immediately stone underneath that too. Man, this lake is so massive. And even cooler, there's so much of everything around here. All the basic stuff, right? Like, there's so many reeds. That's super cool. I'm going to... There we go. Gonna build up. Look, there's even more like right next to it. I guess I'll just use this little spot right here. Let's build us some reed baskets. Boop. Yep. And then boop, boop. Okay, so that's not enough to build a second one, but it should be enough for me to go ahead and start. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the low fertility soil so I don't waste it. And I'm actually going to strip out a set, like I'm going to set a strip of land aside specifically for the reeds and the berries. Not that I know that they need water next to them to grow. I don't think they do. They probably have to have it like in a certain range or something, I'm assuming. Like the land probably has to stay moist. But I don't think they need to be on like some kind of level of fertility for them to grow specifically. And there's so many berry bushes in and around. I should be able to pick those up, move those all, and hopefully get those in a decent spot. So like this is all medium fertility, I think, underneath this forest floor. Very well. Go ahead and eat this. Bam! Didn't even use all of it. 1% serving left. How funny is that? Yeah, wow, that gives me just so much too. That's pretty cool. There's a bear. There's a bear. I saw him. I'm not staying back to figure that out. I'm just running. I heard a slight thing in the background. I said, that was a weird sound. What was that? Turned around, saw a bear. Nope. Okay, just keep going. Keep going. I'm almost there. Just coming to drop off a load of supplies, and then I have to come all the way back through the bears. Oh God. Why does this game scare me so much? Granite gravel. Now, what do I do with granite gravel? Obtained by breaking ingredient for fanned mixed cobblestone. Okay. That's kind of lame. I don't know what it is about cooking, but I find it extremely satisfying. I mean, I guess real life and in game, but specifically in this game. Maybe there's just something about like actually being able to harvest all the things that you're using and then coming back and placing them together. Like, I mean, you'll never know if it tastes good. I mean, I make stews all the time and it's pretty much my favorite thing in the world. But I don't know, something about it. If you guys know what it is, or if you feel that too, let me know. I'm very curious about that. So I decided I was gonna check out these traders a little bit more. Old man style. Look at this guy, I like this guy. What are you just jumping up on logs? Old man, what are you doing? And this dude with a sweet hat. Pretty jelly. And a dope bag. But anyway, so I looked behind and I was like, oh shoot, is that a bunch of chests? I was about to take them. Well, obviously I opened them first. There's nothing in them. I was gonna take them and I was like, wait, I don't want to like make them angry or something. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. So I looked it up and you cannot do anything to them. Apparently you can't take any of the claimed land. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm highly upset about that. I really wanted them chests, man. It is what it is though. Now I don't know if, what is that? Now, I don't know if they'll grow any slower or faster on different levels of soils, but that would be interesting to know. Yeah, this is interesting right here. What did I get? Rye and rye grain. Ah, I needed grain. I don't have anything. Wing ground turns rye into flour. And then there's some more rye right here. Okay, cool. So that's how you get flour. I've been wondering about that one. Like, look at this huge I mean, there's all this sand, which I'm sure will be useful for something, turning into plaster which I don't know what to do with. That. Dobby. I don't know what Dob is. Arid packed dirt, light mud brick, and mortar. Light mud brick, mortar. I don't know what any of those other things do, but do know I can at minimum pan it, which is sick. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on collecting cattails so I can spread them out as far as I can along that, and then I'll probably go back all the way over there into the deep, dark, stormy area, because I'm sure it's storming over there still. And I'm gonna go get some more dirt. That's where I went. I went over here. You can see actually where this spot's kind of flattened a little bit. This is where I got a bunch of my low and medium soil. So I'm gonna go over here and get some more low and medium soil and bring it back over here, and then keep exploring the farmland. We'll see how all that goes. Put the bed right here. I'll put a fire pit right there and just hope that it doesn't burn everything. I kind of want to move it back one, because then I can kind of put it out of the way so I don't have to walk into it every time I walk in here. Let me just do that now before I regret it. Professional hunter Chaco on the job. Everybody can relax while I'm here and enjoy the fruits of my labor. Look at all this free meat. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can get the bones too. I don't really know what they do, but I'm sure they'll be helpful. Dude, this game is beautiful. Just look at this. I mean, it's always cloudy in this particular area, but it's still really cool. I do like being next to the forest. I was able to cut down on pretty much a lot of this area. As you can probably tell, where it's slightly greener, there used to be a bunch of trees, and I cut all those down. As you can see. It wasn't that bad. It was fun. I don't know what happened to this door, man. It just disappeared one day. Anyway. Look at this guy. Caught up in the rain. Oh, shit. I didn't know they were going to come out of the water. Did not see that coming. Oh my god, what? Why do I only have 2 spears on me? I'm out of here. I'm not playing. I thought it was gonna be fun. It's not fun. I was mistaken. Well, I think I have a good new well, I'm gonna call it permanent. I think I got a new permanent homestead set up on the lake. I'm gonna eventually have a huge farmland covering most of this lake as I kind of square it off, and I think it's gonna be nice. I think it's got a pretty cool surrounding. It's not gonna rain as much, which I did like the rain because of all kinds of different levels of spookiness. That helped with the farming, of course. But I always have it to go back to in order to go hunt, because there's a lot of animals. Every time I go back and forth here just to try to get dirt, I encounter a lot of different animals, and I keep finding so much meat, which is cool because now I get to do the meat thing, i.e. cooking. So I'm just gonna keep on doing that for a little bit. I'm gonna see how it goes. But I think that'll probably end up ending this next episode. So until next time, this is Chaco, and I'm trying really hard to get good at this one. I hope you guys are enjoying. I'll see you next time.